This video will cover briefly the requirements and expectations of APA format when writing a research paper. So one of the things that APA format requires is a title page. You're looking at a perfectly formatted APA title page. You'll notice here that the heading, the first page, you'll have the term running head, a colon, and then the name of your paper in all caps. If the paper's name is long, like you see here below, you shorten it to just the first three words and you put it in all caps. Then you have the page number, which you can select by going here, insert, header, page number, and then you can put page number. Notice that one thing that's clicked here is different first page. You'll want to have that clicked because if I scroll down, no longer do you need to have the term running head in the subsequent pages. Now it's just the capital title and the page number. Going back to the title page, you'll notice that you have three things that are centered in the middle of the page: the title, the name of the writer, and then the name of the institution. So this would be your name and then the Columbus School. Every APA research paper has to have what's called an abstract. The title abstract is going to be centered in bold, and then it is basically a description, a summary of what your paper covers. You can use this sample that you can also find on the Summative Research Paper website. You can use the sample and make a copy and edit it, but the idea is that you're just giving a summary of what the paper itself will cover. Scrolling down, the third page of your research paper will always be the table of contents. Again, notice that these main sections are centered and bold. Now in the table of contents, the main sections are all the way flush to the left and subsections are indented once. One other thing is that you'll notice is on the right side, you'll have all of the page numbers. You do not need to put page ranges. You simply just put where each page starts. So what I mean by you don't need to put page ranges is you'll notice that statistics, or this subsection, covered page 5 and 6. But the format here doesn't put 5-6, it's just put 5. And then when the next section starts, it jumps to 7. So for example, this whole section is 3 pages long, but this doesn't say 7-10. It just says it starts at 7 and the next section starts at 10. Now inside the paper, anything that is a main heading, like abstract, table of contents, history, and current context, are centered and bold. So we're going to look at that here. When you're actually starting the paper, so after the table of contents, the first start of the paper, you're going to put the paper title again, not bold, but centered. And then you'll have the first main section. So since the first main section is history and current context, it will be centered and in bold. If you have any subsections, they will no longer be centered, but they'll still be in bold. So the subsections are the things in the table of contents that are indented once. In the paper themselves, they are centered and bold. The very last thing that your paper will have is going to be references. Again, because this is a main section, references is centered and bold. And then you have your APA references, which can be made using EasyBib or apareferences.com. There are many, many resources that you can use to actually create these references. The only thing that you need to ensure is that once you have them created, they're all in alphabetical order.